Yeah, hello, welcome back everybody. Mr. Lang here, and we are continuing on with our series about making our cool collage or our poster to our short film that we're going to be working with. We're done with all of our sprites. We've got them all in our final part of it. We're now going to look at our background for our collage. And so I'm going to go to my raw folder here, and I have my background here. So again, I'm going to copy that with a Control C, and I'm going to put that in my editing directory. All right. I'm going to right click on that now and choose open with. And again, I have the option to choose GIMP. If you don't, there's other ways to open that up. You can work on that, and it still has my Darth Vader. I'm going to close that and we'll discard those changes. Okay, so here it is. I have my background that I kind of want to use. Now, this is going to be up to you and how you want to make your poster for your short film. All right. A lot of times when you go to the movies, you see those awesome posters, and they're in portrait, meaning they're taller than wider. This is in a landscape view, which is wider than taller. So I want to make mine more portrait. So I am going to choose the crop tool. And I'm not going to be really too specific right now, but I do know that I want to get somewhere in the middle here. Once I select that, I can then hover over the left-hand side. I got a rectangle that appears. I can bring that in a little bit there. I can go over to the right a little bit, make it a little bit more what I want it to be. Again, you can grab the corners of it, whatever it is. It's kind of cool with the cropping tools. So I'm going to get mine to look a little bit more portrait than landscape. So once I have it kind of where I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and press my enter key. All right, and now it has taken those away. I'm going to do a Control S. I should have done this from the beginning because I never saved it yet, and I am putting that in my background image edits. All right, and I can save it as my stars background and choose save. All right, now if you already have an image, that is perfect. You don't need to crop it. You don't need to do anything with it. Really, you don't need to do this step. All right, but that's just kind of the beginning of getting your image ready to go. So when I'm done, I can do a file export. And since we did not do any transparent pixels, I do not need that extra channel on my image, so I'm going to export it as a JPEG. All right, I highly recommend it. It'll keep the file size down, and there we go. So I'm going to choose export now. Maybe. Let's try it again. There we go. And it already exists. So this is my new image there. And so I can replace that. That is just fine. And I'm just going to choose export, leave those defaults set there. And there I go. Now, if I minimize my GIMP and I go back to here, there's my GIMP file. And there is my background. Now, if I open it, in the picture viewer, again, you can see that it is more portrait now than landscape. All right. Now, again, just because if I happen to mess that up and want a new one, there's my raw. I can recopy that and put it into that directory. I never want to edit the raw image because you never know when you mess up. Awesome. So now I have my image ready to go for the background. Now it's time to really start putting them all together to make the collage. So stick with me for the next tutorial.